Hey everybody, this is Bradley Benner with Growth Training, and in this quick video review I want to talk about a classic called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This is a book that has been around for many years. I think it was published in the 1940s originally, and it is now in the public domain, which is good because that means you'll be able to download a copy of this in PDF form below this video. There will be a link where you can download it and read it in PDF form. It's an outstanding book. It's one of the classics, one of the greats. Napoleon Hill dedicated his entire life, his entire career, to studying the most successful people of his era, and then cataloging their principles and their secrets to success, and compiling them and putting them into an action plan. In other words, an outline of how to achieve great levels of success in any endeavor. Okay, and Napoleon Hill was a master at being able to compile this data and put it into a fashion that anybody could replicate. Okay, so the entire book is about the follow. Here's the outline right here, where it's an introduction is chapter number 1. There's a total of 15 chapters. The second chapter goes into desire, the starting point of all achievement, and Napoleon Hill basically talks about how desire, you have to have a burning desire to achieve great levels of success. A burning desire that is your definiteness of purpose is another way that he puts it, that you constantly think about. And, like the title suggests, Think and Grow Rich. If you have a desire strong enough, it's going to invade your thoughts at all times, and it's going to be present. You're constantly going to be thinking about this particular desire, and because of that, your mind has a way of working towards that goal, even subconsciously. If it's a pervading thought, a thought that you constantly have at the forefront of your mind, then you will start to work towards that. And the first step of thinking and growing rich is to have that desire. It has to be a true burning desire, a passionate desire, in order to achieve these great levels of success. And if you don't have that, then you probably will never reach the heights of success for your particular industry or your profession or whatever it may be, because it really does come down to having a strong desire. The next one is faith, visualization, and belief in attainment of desire. So what that means is you have to believe that you can attain your desire. You have to believe that you can do it. You have to have faith that you're going to achieve that goal, and you're going to have to visualize it. And visualization is a very important part of this, because you need to see in your mind's eye what you want, what your desire as having already been achieved. Okay, and then by doing so, you will believe that you can do it, and you'll have faith that it will happen. So again, these all compound on each other. So we start with desire. You have to have the burning desire. Number 2, the second part is faith, visualization, and belief in attainment of desire. Number 3 is autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is how you can suggest to your subconscious mind through these thought processes and through these patterns that you can achieve pretty much anything. Okay, so it's just a matter of constantly suggesting to yourself that you can do whatever. Okay, whatever it is that you set your mind to, and that you have that ability. Specialized knowledge, obviously, that's an important part of any kind of achieving high levels of success, is to have specialized knowledge in your particular endeavor. Okay, imagination, you have to have some level of creativity. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be like good at art when I say good at create, but you have to have imagination and be able to imagine not only you being like as part of what it says in number 3, which is chapter number 3, which is visualization. You have to be able to imagine that you've already achieved that goal, but you also have to be a bit creative in order to find your path to that goal. Okay, organized planning, guys, you can't do anything in life without having, at least anything really well in life, without having some planning. And organized planning is going to help you to stay on track. Okay, and so goal setting 101 is to have a plan and to write it down, because it's having something written down will help you to stick to it and work towards actually achieving steps or tasks to reach that end goal. Decision, the mastery of procrastination. Hey, the guys, this is really important. I did a post earlier on this blog, on the growth training blog, about Eat That Frog, which is a book by Brian Tracy. It's all about mastering procrastination and eliminating procrastination. And decision is really the first step in mastery of procrastination. In other words, if you know that you need to do something, it really does come down to a simple decision as to whether you're going to do it or not. It's the task itself might not be easy, but the decision to do it or not really is easy. Okay, it's a very simple process. You either decide to do something or you don't. You decide to put something off until a later time, or you decide to do it now. So it really comes down to decision. And so he talks about Napoleon Hill. Dr. Hill talks about being able to make decisions and stick to them, and making these simple decisions to always be moving towards. Persistence, obviously, if you're going to be good at anything, you have to have persistence. Consistency and persistence, okay? Because you're going to fail a lot, and you got to be constantly failing forward. Another way to put that is you're going to find out a lot of ways that don't work to achieving your goals, but along the way you will find the ways that will work, if that makes sense. So, power of the mastermind. This is important because the power of the mastermind principle means surrounding yourself with others that are successful. They can be in the same industry that you want to be, achieve high levels of success in, or they could just be successful people in their own industries, separate and apart from your own industry, but just being around people that can pull you up. Birds of a feather flock together, and you are the company you keep. These are all cliches that we often hear, but it is the truth. If you want to stretch and grow, expand beyond your current status, then you need to surround yourself with people that have that have already achieved greater levels of success than you, or that have. That way, you can be stretched and pulled beyond what you would have done through your normal associations. Okay, so the power of the mastermind is very, very important. It's something that I use in my SEO coaching business, my digital marketing coaching business, Semantic Mastery. We have a mastermind that is an outstanding place for other digital marketing professionals besides myself to meet and to bounce ideas off each other and to have discussions and debates and all that. And it's just been outstanding for my business, as well as all of the other mastermind members. So highly recommend the power of the mastermind. The mystery of sex, transmutation. This is basically saying that the man's strongest desire is that of sex, and to use that sexual energy, that desire for sex, and channel it into being productive, into working towards, it's taking that sexual energy and transmuting it into working towards your goal and fueling that desire that we talked about in chapter number 2, or that Dr. Hill talks about in chapter number 2. So the mystery of sex is just about transferring or applying that sexual energy towards your desire for your goal. Okay. The subconscious, that is Mind the Connecting Link, and the subconscious is basically, your subconscious does things for you without you thinking about it. Your conscious mind is you thinking about things. It's that internal dialogue that you hear inside your mind all the time. But your subconscious is doing things without you thinking about it. And so if you can influence your subconscious, which all of these other steps lead to that, these all work together, then your subconscious mind will help you to do things and to move towards your goals without you even thinking about it. Okay, and amazing things happen when you can influence your subconscious mind. The brain, the broadcasting and receiving station for thought, that's more talking about the conscience level, and taking care of your brain. So that's an important part. And the sixth sense is an interesting topic. The sixth sense, the door to the temple of wisdom. This is where Dr. Hill talks about sitting down and just clearing your mind and kind of meditating and allowing the universe to plant ideas, or to reveal ideas to you, okay? Reveal solutions to you, to problems that you have, and to, and to help plant ideas in your head, and it's very interesting. I'll be honest with you, the Sixth Sense is difficult for me to do because I have such a strong conscious mind where I've got this internal dialogue going all the time in my head, so it's very difficult for me to be able to clear my mind and apply the Sixth Sense. But it's a very interesting strategy, and I believe that it is truth. It's just I think that's probably more difficult than some of these others to apply, in my opinion. And lastly is how to outwit the 6 ghosts of fear. These are what he determined to be the 6 ghosts, the 6 things that people fear the most: the fear of poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love of someone, old age, and death, and how you can overcome these fears and actually use the momentum and the energy from overcoming these fears to your benefit. Okay, so again, I just think this is an outstanding book. Obviously, this is one of the greats. It's 100% free to download through the PDF below. There should also be some links on this page where you can purchase the updated revised edition, which was updated and revised just a couple years ago to make it more current. You can also purchase the MP3 audio versions of it so that you can listen to it in the car or at the gym or whatever. And honestly, that's what I've done. I listen to the MP3s. I didn't actually read the entire book. I've read through parts of the book, but I've listened to the MP3 myself. It's an outstanding book. This should be in everybody's shelf, in everybody's library. If you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, whatever, you should absolutely have Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, as it's just a staple of an entrepreneur's library. So again, this is Bradley with Grow Training. I really hope that you download the book, read through it, go get the MP3s if you want, listen to it while you're driving or at the gym or whatever it is. Before you go to sleep at night, put it on and listen, and pay attention to what Dr. Hill talks about in here and apply these methods, and you will see that you can indeed think and grow rich. So this is Bradley Benner, and I will see you on the next review.